Hai Sobat BKN, kalian pernah dengar kan adanya workshop yang melibatkan negara di ASEAN yang dikenal dengan nama Call Smart Mobility? Di kesempatan yang oke banget ini, rombongan teman-teman dari sejumlah negara ASEAN dan juga Jerman yang ikut dalam kegiatan workshop ini berkunjung ke Badan Kebudayaan Nasional PDI Perjuangan. Yap, seni dan budaya emang gak ada habisnya. Menarik minat dan perhatian banyak orang, terkhusus teman-teman dari negara tetangga ini. Mereka sangat antusias melihat kesenian dan juga kebudayaan yang kami sengaja pertunjukkan sebagai wujud kebanggaan kami akan budaya kita, bangsa Indonesia miliki. Di sini, saya juga berkesempatan untuk sedikit menjelaskan apa sih BKN itu. BKN merupakan singkatan dari Badan Kebudayaan Nasional yang bertugas mengembangkan dan melestarikan seni dan budaya Indonesia. Dan senang rasanya melihat para delegasi negara ini menyimak dengan baik apa yang saya paparkan. Menampilkan kekayaan yang kita miliki, termasuk budaya dan seni, merupakan semangat yang telah ditanamkan oleh pendiri negara kita, Insinyur Soekarno. Oleh karena itu, kita sebagai generasi muda
Oke, selamat sore Sobat BKN. Selamat datang kembali di BKN Podcast. Hari ini BKN Podcast ini mendatangkan tamu yang luar biasa, tidak biasa. Karena kalau misalnya para pejabat atau para tokoh, para budayawan nasional sudah sering datang di BKN Podcast, kali ini kita kedatangan tokoh yang luar biasa, yaitu ada senator dari Filipina, Mr. Kiko. So, mari kita sapa beliau. Thank you Mr. Kiko for coming here.
Terima kasih, sama-sama.
Yeah.
And selamat siang.
Ya, selamat siang. Thank you very much for coming here because you are the first international guest in our podcast.
It's my honor, and
Yeah.
I'm very happy to be here. And I'd like to thank the PDI
Yes.
for being such gracious hosts, welcoming us, the CAL delegation of 14 participants in our conference, and of course here
Yeah.
in the headquarters.
Yeah. What do you think about our office? This is BKN office.
Well, I was just sharing it with my friends and my colleagues in the Philippines who are part of the delegation. I said, when will our party have something like this? And it's inspiring, and it's a challenge to us in the Philippines that when we go back, we will begin the effort at building our own office and structure, which is it's really inspiring, and I'm very happy. It's an eye opener for us. We've been shown a lot of films,
Yeah.
and so rich in history, so rich in interventions, and inspiring.
Yeah, very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Kiko, to comment it. This is honor for us to having you in our discussion, and yep, we are happy to hear that. I'm sorry because I must
Oh, yes.
to make you
Okay, there you
because
go.
your sound will be more clear
Yes.
in our YouTube. So I hope you can watch this YouTube.
I
after
will.
the-
Yes.
Mr.
I will
Kiko.
also like, and I will also share.
Yeah.
And I will also subscribe.
This is very nice to hear. Mr. Kiko, there is two main question for this short discussion. I know you are very rapid and very full schedule because we will fill some question. First question about you. How about we think about strategy regarding implementation of public transportation, electronic vehicle, and other means of transportation that runs of renewable resource, to fulfill people's right of mobility in accordance to reason, convention, and manifestos in reducing carbon emission. What do you think?
Well, actually, very impressive. The bus highway,
Yeah.
And only buses are allowed to traverse, is really pro people. It's rather than individual vehicles. It addresses the need for mobility, but at the same time, it also addresses the need to be mindful of the impact of carbon. The carbon emissions. So, very impressive. We don't have that in the Philippines also. And therefore, it's already a climate crisis.
Okay.
And these interventions are very important. The e-bus is really, in the Philippines, we have about maybe less than 5 million car owners. And yet, the infrastructure, the highways are for cars more than for buses. Whereas the tens of millions, are actually bus riders. So I was inspired when I found out that you have this highway exclusive for buses, because that is actually a direct benefit for non-car owners, which are actually the vast majority of our people. So that is of our citizens, of your citizens. So it's really a pro-people, pro-environment intervention, and I salute the interventions that the Indonesian government is doing.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, but I think, and I will know what's your opinion about changing the mind of people, because we know that it's not easy to reform and to change the mind to people that we must go to transportation vehicle, public transportation.
Yes.
Not the.
Yes. Well, the challenge really is citizens everywhere will always first put the question, what is it for me? Why will I benefit from this intervention?
Yeah.
So it's a challenge to governments to be able to educate, raise awareness, explain, and have the people part of the process of decision making.
Yeah.
When a citizen is part of the decision making process, when the citizen is consulted and involved in formulating policy, then the citizen says, I was part of that decision making, that program I am part of that program, and chances are, the greater the chances that that program will be supported. So in the end, and I heard this earlier, we must listen to the people. We must go back to the people. We must involve and get the people to participate in shaping the communities. Because in the end, they are much, much more than the leaders.
Yes.
And the more we are able to convince and persuade and inspire to act, the more the chances that the programs will be successful and will affect even more citizens.
Okay, I can I agree with you, and you will know that PDIP have a commitment to realize that.
Exactly, and that's why when we were here listening to your leaders explaining the programs, inspiring. It's really people empowerment and the people's participation in governance, which is critical. There is no program of government that will succeed without the critical mass of citizens supporting it and believing in it and participating in it.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. And last question. How about your opinion about the political party role in promoting nation culture and tradition as a political agenda? What do you think?
Culture is about who we are.
Oh, yeah, yes.
If we are not able to identify or at least say who we are, how can we, come together? And it is so critical. Culture is so critical in the progress of a nation because it talks about who we are as individuals and as citizens in a community. So the promotion of culture is really the promotion of our identities as citizens of our own respective societies. And also, people don't like, many people are saying politics. But when it comes to culture and the arts, people are more receptive.
Softening the politics, yes?
Yes, I know that because my wife is an actress and a singer in the Philippines.
Yes. It's great.
She has some Indonesian fans in some parts of your country.
Interesting.
But she has been a singer since she was 12 and an actress. And really, the culture has a way of connecting, cutting across barriers, cutting across differences in views. Culture is a way of uniting, bringing together various groups, individuals. So culture is indispensable in governing. It is indispensable in getting a country united, moving forward towards a particular direction.
So the political party must take a concern to culture, yes?
Definitely must promote it, must push for it,
taking care
but
of
a cultural identity that has been drawn from the people themselves.
Yep.
It cannot be government saying, okay, we wake up one morning and say this is what we want. No, culture, the programs that are to be promoted must come from a process of integrating, consolidating inputs from various sectors of society to come up with that program. In other words, unless the people themselves participate in the formulation of a cultural policy, I don't think it will succeed.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kiko. Very nice talk and I feel give me a lot of insight from you.
Thank you you very much.
I hope the viewers of our YouTube channel also get the great insight and great new opinion and new way to think for you.
Thank you, Aris, and you said thank you, I say sama-sama.
Yap, terima kasih. Sekian Sobat BKN, obrolan kami dengan BKN Podcast tentu saja dengan salah satu senator di Filipina, Mr. Kiko, senator from Philippines, terkait dengan transportasi publik, transportasi listrik publik dan tentang pentingnya partai politik dan kita semua untuk menjaga budaya. Sampai jumpa lagi di episode-episode mengejutkan selanjutnya. Terima kasih dan salam Pancasila. Merdeka! Thank you, Mr. Kiko.
Thank you
very much.
Aris. Terima kasih.